Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing good on this weekend. It's sunny. I brought some tea, and I want to start a new comic book that I still haven't read yet. It's on my pile. I need to take care of that. So it's gonna be Daredevil. It's the Ultimate Collection from Bendis and Maliv. Make sure to buy the comic books if you like it. I'm gonna read it. I can see that we have some samples, so I'll try to do both. And at the end of the sample, I'll continue on my book. So you can have taste of the story and the graphics as well. It's really important. So let me know. I don't know if I need to put some music in the background, considering there's going to be ads. So I'd rather not. I'm going to read my thing. And if you enjoy, you enjoy. And yeah, hopefully get the book if it's good, if you like it. It's a really nice book. It's I think it's a TPB, not a hardcover. I think it was a gift, so it's really nice. It's thick, that's for sure. I don't know how to set myself. I brought some tea. I don't know if I said it. If you want some tea, let me know. I'm gonna do it like this. That keyboard is broken and annoying. Okay, let's go. I really like this cover. I'm gonna try to do both. So what do we have? Yeah, so there's a page missing on the sample. And my page is a bit like wrapped, so that's not cool. My best friend would go nuts over this. He's so like, wants his books to be pristine. Don't mind. Yeah, that's the same. What does it do if I double click? Nothing. Writer Brian Michael Bendis, which I like. Not everything, but some things. Art Alex Maliv. I really like this guy. Colors Matt Hollingsworth. Same. I really like this guy. I'm starting to notice the different people working on comic books. And I try sometimes to buy just because of, yeah, the colors or the art of the writer. Editors Joe Quesada, classic. I'm reading the top right, the bottom right. Okay, seeing if I spot anyone I know already. Okay, let's turn this. I really like this one. Mac. So that's one of the other artists working on that collection, I guess. The David Mac pencils. Okay. Stanley presents Wake Up, Part 1. It's called Wake Up. I don't know who is this guy with the F. Daredevil. End of the line, mister. And the other guy, well, we'll see about that. Hornhead. I'm taking my sweet time. I like to look at everything. The grades and the colors and everything. Let me know if I should try to zoom. I think it's good enough like that. It's more to give you a taste of the graphics if you like it. Daredevil, then how does this look to you? Fap. This guy. Crash. I don't think you can ever stop me, Daredevil. I'm the Fury, and I will conquer all. The two costume heroes are locked in an epic battle. Energy crackles all around them. It is a battle of wills and danger. This guy, you need a taste of your own medicine, I think. Fuck. Our horn-headed hero has had enough. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury. Oh, it's Fury. Okay. And you have to be brought in. Fury. Nice try, Hornhead, but you're the one that needs to be brought in. The crimson-cowled Avenger leaps to defend himself against the unstoppable foe. Have at thee, Fury. Oop. Get punched. Dude, I like how the graphics change suddenly. It's like a kid is drawing this. Interesting. See? Here? And then boom. Is this part of his superpower? This is amazing. The Fury laughs heartily at his mighty victory over the demon-colored menace. Fury. Ahaha. I laugh heartily at my mighty victory over the demon-colored menace. Something like this is happening in my playthrough of God of War. It's funny. Why did you punch Daredevil? I don't know who is this person. Why would the Fury want to punch Daredevil? Fury. Because the other guy. Because why? The Fury. Just because. And the other guy. What did Daredevil do that made you want to hit him? Is he like a psychiatrist? Fury. Just because. The guy with the glasses. Just because what? Fury, just because. Just because. Just because. I really like this art. And the colors. Wow, look at this. This is amazing. This is the real world. Nurse, mother, crying. Tears on floor, my comics, broken action figures, newspaper asking questions at the bottom right, guy from newspaper in the blue. Is that Spider-Man on the pillow? I think it is. I rewatched the movie, the last one, lately, today. It's pretty good. And then he says, just because, just because, just because, just because, end of the line, mister. We'll see about that, Hornhead. Then how does this look to you? Smack. Don't think you could ever stop me, Daredevil. I'm the Fury, and I will conquer all. The two costume heroes are locked in an epic battle. Energy crackles all around them. It is a battle of wheels and danger. Our own-headed hero has had, that's a lot of H, enough. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury, and you have to be brought in. Nice trying, Hornhead, but you're the one that needs to be brought in. The crimson-cowled Avenger leaps to defend himself against the unstoppable foe. And then go on. Okay, we read this. That's some nice art. That is some nice art. It reminds me of what was it? I read a Joker comic book not too long ago. It looked amazing like this, but the writing for the Joker was barely readable, which was annoying. I think it's the Arkham Asylum comic book that I read like this. Yeah, this is the Arkham Asylum. It was like a bit like this. I don't remember who did the design. It wasn't mine, so I had to give it back. Okay, next page. Fury Kid. Just because, just because, just because, just because, just because, because, end of the line, mister. We'll see about that. On head. Then how does this look to you? Smack. Don't think you could ever stop me, Daredevil. I am the Fury, and I will conquer all. The two costumed heroes are locked in an epic battle. Energy crackles all around them. It is a battle of wheels and danger. Our horn-headed hero has had enough. This sentence, it's horrible to read. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury, and you have to be brought in. The guy with the glasses. Timmy, why did you want to hit Daredevil? So this is Timmy. Nice try, Hornhead, but you're the one that needs to be brought in. The Crimson Cowled Avenger leaps to defend himself against the unstoppable foe. How at thee, Fury. I suppose this is his mother? Okay, sorry, that's the next page. That's usually when I think that's all you're going to get today, Mr. Uric. Okay, so that's I guess the psychiatrist. And Timmy says, end of the line, mister. We'll see about that on head. Then how does this look to you? Smack. Don't think you could ever stop me, Daredevil. I'm the Fury, and I will conquer all. Conquer all. Timmy continues. The two costumed heroes are locked in an epic battle. Energy crackles all around them. As a battle of it is a battle of wheels and danger. Our horn-headed hero has had enough. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury. I know what you've done, Fury. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury. It's time to turn the tables. I know what you've done, Fury. It's time to turn the tables. Then the mother says, Mr. Uric, would you like a cup of coffee? Mr. Uric says, yes, ma'am. Oh, speaking of, let me check on my tea. Trying to hold the page. Oh, maybe like that. I'll turn it. I'm really impressed by the art. I was not expecting that. Okay, sorry about that. So the mother says, when Timmy was 4 years old, he climbed up onto the kitchen cabinet. He climbed his little body all the way up to the top shelf here and grabbed a hold of this big bottle of Flintstones vitamins. He loved those damn vitamins because they're like candy, you know? Well, he ate the entire bottle. I came into the kitchen and I saw him sitting on the counter with the empty bottle and I was so scared. I just grabbed him and rushed him to the emergency room. Do you know what the doctor said? He said that the only danger he was in from the vitamin is that he could have fallen and broken his neck climbing up there to get them. Isn't that funny? I was so panicked about the vitamins. I didn't even think about the other. And on the way home from the hospital, I looked down at his little angel face and I just started to shake uncontrollably from the fear of something bad happening to my little boy. To this little boy. And I calmed myself down by saying, "Thank God nothing will ever happen to my little boy. More scary than him eating a jar of Flintstones vitamins." I wonder what that is, Flintstones vitamins. Wait, shut the fuck up. There you go. Zoo. Okay, next page. So much colors. So the doctor says, have the police had any leads at all in finding your husband? And the mother says, the police have made it very clear that they don't care. The doctor says, they don't care? Mother says, they don't care. Nobody cares. My good for nothing husband is missing and my little baby is and nobody gives no one gives What did the police say? Nothing. I heard one of them the night I found my little boy like this. Sorry. I told them who my husband was and that he was missing. I heard one of them say, well, there's one more piece of garbage we don't have to worry about. Doctor says, I'm sorry. And she says, in my own home. I wonder who's the dad. It's weird how distorted some like frames are like this, like that it's like squished a bit. Ooh. Tap 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 tap. Okay, let's read. When I was a young lad, I had fanciful dreams of becoming a writer. A powerful writer like Hemingway like Hemingway. I wanted to spend my day creating what we call a word picture, series of words that, when strung together, translates into an image that has universal truth. To write something that no matter who read it and in what context, the meaning was understood. In college, it became very clear that whatever enthusiasm I brought with me didn't translate into creativity. So, instead, I have a job where I relate facts in an orderly and objective manner. I still get to create my word pictures, but the pictures usually paint a picture of something bad that happened to someone, somewhere. My name is Ben Urich. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it like in German? Ulrich? Ulrich? I'm not sure. I am an investigative... Oh, he's not a doctor. My bad. I am an investigative reporter for a large New York metropolitan newspaper, the Daily Bugle. I have quite a few years under my belt, and in these years, I have seen my life become tied to a bizarre cast of characters. Spider-Man, the Kingpin, and most importantly, Daredevil. Daredevil. You want to know his secret? His real name is Matt Murdock. He is a lawyer who was blinded in a freak accident when he was just a child. All his other remaining senses are now so powerful that each of them seems like its own force of nature. Why do I know this? Because I know. I know who he is and why. And on days like today, sometimes I wish I was just an evil, selfish bastard who could type that secret into this keyboard and tell the world. Who is this guy? I could tell the world, Daredevil is Matt Murdock, and I would be rich, and I would be famous, and I would be the worst human being on the planet. Instead, I write stories. The newspaper game is brutal. Readership is falling off. It's not just falling off, it's in free fall. We are the dinosaur. There are 4, count them. Wait, what? We're the dinosaur. There are 4, count them, 4 basic cable 24-hour news channels, not to mention the internet, and every day somebody else gets their fingers stained back for what they decide is the last time, and they just turn on the TV, and that's that. But I think the answer to our problems is simple. Okay. I don't know where this is going. I was expecting Jonah. There's so much happening in those sketches. All we have to do is offer our readers stories about things they won't find anywhere else. We need to show them stories that reflect back into their lives. If we can do that, if we can offer that, they will come back to us. Our readers will come back. What is this? Said Jonah. But the thing is that it isn't really my job to think these things. Jonah says, I asked you a question. Ben replies, it's a story. Jonah says, a story? I didn't ask you to get me a story today. You're supposed to be what? To be covering the trial of the Kingpin. The Kingpin of crime finally being held responsible for his actions in a court of law. And you bring me some cockamamie? Nonsense about some kid whining about his pappy? It's garbage. I won't print it. Damn, 30% of sample. That's some good sample you get in on Comixology, Amazon. That's pretty good. Ben says, I know the Kingpin is the headline story, Jonah, but I was following up on an important story Important story? Frogboy disappears and... Leapfrog, says Ben. Frogboy disappears and the only one upset is this kid? Is a big story? Said Jonah. Leapfrog? What is he talking about? Some goofball bounces around in a frog costume and robs banks, and I'm supposed to tell my readers they cared that the guy disappeared? Why? Do you know what Leapfrog was doing just before he disappeared? Ben says, what? Jonah replies, exactly. Nobody cares. Wait, is that the guy from the beginning? Fight. Weird. Jonah, the boy is the story. This poor boy saw something that shocked him into a catatonic state. The kid has totally lost his grip on reality. I think he saw something, Jonah. I think he saw something that was too much for him, or I don't know. The cops won't help. They could care. And the mother just sits in the hospital next to him. She's scared. She's and beyond that, I think that it has something to do with Daredevil, and I want to find out what. Jonah says, "You're not a cop, and you're not a shrink. You're a reporter. Report the news. We're in the middle of the trial of the century. Since the last trial of the century, you're supposed to be covering the trial. I gave you the assignment because I thought you, of all people, would be able to convey a sense of closure to our readers as this thing goes all the way. Instead, I'm sitting here reading this from our distinguished competition, New York Post, Kingpin in Court. You can't handle the incitement? Too many bad memories? You tell me, I'll give it to Gumpart." Ben says, "Jonah, the story, the kid, I just thought it was worth telling." Ooh. I just thought that people... Jonah says, "I don't want to even continue this discussion, Ben. The only way to win this game is to be better than the rest. Better writers and better reporters. And bare minimum, that means when the sky is falling, you don't report what color the grass is. Now grow up and do your damn job." "The story isn't garbage," says Ben. Jonah replies, "No, it's not. But I'm not printing it. It's not news. I don't want to see another story about this kid unless he sleeps with Madonna or Reed Richards, or both." Is that Thor? I think it is, yeah. Trying to read all the little signs. Okay, what does Ben say? Nothing. The other guy is saying something. "Oh, hey man, what's the word?" It's Peter. "Peter, I can't believe he really gave you the heave-ho." I don't know what that means. There's a game called like that, heave-ho. Peter replies, "Word is that Jonah chewed your ankles pretty good as well." "What else is new?" asked Ben. "Everything okay?" No, it's okay. I blame it on Spider-Man." Peter laughed. "No, seriously, what's the scoop?" Ben says, "The other story I'm working on. The leapfrog thing? Yeah. They find him?" Did you see again? It's like all squished. No, okay, so that's Peter talking. And the same guy, so okay, let me see who is starting. Ben is starting. No, but that's not the thing of it. He has this kid, Peter asks. "A little leapfrog?" Ben replies, "This kid, face of an angel. And ever since his dad up and disappeared, he's I don't know. He's not talking. No, he is, but I don't know what about. Something about Daredevil, and I don't know. Well, nothing you need to know about. Nothing you can do. Just something I have to figure out." Peter says, "Yeah, well, that's, I'm an orphan." "No, I didn't know that. Is that..." "Yeah, I was real little when it happened, but my aunt and uncle raised me. And when I was a youngster, this thief, just some piece of garbage, he killed my uncle and Wall. I'm just saying that kind of stuff can barely be really hard on a kid." Ben says, "Whoa, I didn't know that." Peter's replying, "Let me know what happens. with the kid when you figure it out, okay? Yeah, okay. Different design again? So, how was your day, Ben? Recollection. Fine. Such a different art. No words. This thing is so exaggerated, like the nose and the length of the face. Interesting. I like how the flowers at the top are so realistic compared to the rest. So weird. Ooh, what's going on? Okay. Matt, hey. Ben says, hey, Matt. Matt says, I'm really not a movie guy. And Ben replies, thanks for meeting me. What's up? There's this kid I'm doing a story on, and there's something about him, something I can't put my finger on, but I feel a connection to him. It's so odd. I mean, I can't explain it. It's as if he has something to say that to me that's important. That reminds me of I forgot the name of the artist. Damn it, the Kingdom Come artist. Who is doing paintings. Well, if I recall, Maliv, the artist from this comic book, is the one who did the Iron Man extremis. So yeah, they're kind of similar. It's paintings. What does that have to do with me, says Matt. Something about Daredevil. And then he gets stabs. Is that Elektra? Where were you then? I assume, says Elektra. Wait, who got stabbed? Matt got stabbed. She's so close to the other guy now. Oh well. Wait, that's a dream? Oh god. Oh god. That was a dream. I wonder how he knows Daredevil. Thanks for coming. Thanks for calling. So I left some crayons by him and left him alone to see if he might pick them up at maybe an outlet, a creative outlet. I was thinking that maybe it would help him understand what he's thinking about. And I just thought I should call you. Timmy says, end of the line, mister. 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 What happened, Timmy? End of the line, mister. End of the line, mister. To be continued. That's the end of the chapter 1. I don't know how it's going to present itself here. Yeah. There's another page on my book. It's looking good. Okay, we're back in the imagination of Fury, Timmy. So Ben says, Timmy, why don't you tell me about Daredevil? And Fury says, ha ha ha, you're a funny little man, aren't you? I'm the Fury, that is all you need to know. Ben says, okay, Fury. How did I come talk to you? Why can't I talk to Timmy? Ha ha ha. You're asking me to give up my secret origin. That's one big no-no in my line of work. And what line of work is that? What line of work? How about truth and justice and the American whatchamacallit? How about with great power comes great responsibility, avenging assemblers and might makes right, and oh no, oh, that's a double page. Wake up, part 2. Oh no, he's come back. Who came back? What is that? Look at the eyes are different. He's come back for me. He's come back. Oh God, somebody help me. Who is it, Timmy? Who has come back to get you? Is it your dad? Is it Leapfrog? Is it Daredevil? Is it Daredevil, Timmy? Did Daredevil do something to you? So that's the nurse? Maybe we should let's let the boy relax a little, Mr. Yurik. Mr. Yurik? Hey bébé chat, comment ça va? Hey hey! Eh bien alors? T'as fait un gros dodo? Oh! Ça ronronne? Oh! Bébé chat? Tu viens lire le livre? Tu ronronnes? Oh. Aïe! Ouch! You bite me. Oops, sorry, next page. Well, give him some sedatives, says the nurse. It won't help what he's going through, but at least he will get some sleep. What is he going through? That, as they say, is the rub. I don't know. Something traumatized the poor child. How and why? It's going to be hard to say until Dr. Rodriguez gets back from her honeymoon the week after next. Dr. Rodriguez? Our staff psychologist. Can I take his drawings? Borrow them? The nurse says, well, I don't want him to get upset because they're gone. But I can see why not. It's not like there isn't plenty for everyone. I'll bring them back soon, promise, says Ben. And I'll call if there's a change in his condition. This I promise. Everybody with all the promises, and then nobody is keeping any of them. Thanks. It's just so nice that you came here, that someone cares. I'm so sorry that it didn't just... Thank you. Yeah. So with eyes, it says. Different saying. Secret. I don't know what is it. Oh, keep secret. You see? Keep secret. Quiet. Ooh. I know better. I know better than to allow myself to go down this road. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, chaton? Tu es mort? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? I know better than to allow myself to go down this road. This isn't a journalist's road, and I'm supposed to be on the journalist road. My name is Ben Yurik. I'm an investigative reporter for the Daily Bugle. I'm not Crusader Rabbit. Can you hear that? Tu sais pas ce que tu veux. And every time I stop being a journalist and become Crusader Rabbit, what do I get? I get either shot, stabbed, threatened, or mutilated, or any mixture of the bunch. What's wrong with me? Even a dog who has the brain the size of a Tootsie Roll, learns from mistakes. But not me. Every time my life becomes intertwined with Matt Murdock somehow, every time I get involved with Daredevil, every time I go down this road, my life becomes a raging sea. Ooh. The first thing I thought when I looked at that poor young boy in the hospital was that I bet he's about the same age as Matt was when it happened, when he tried to help that old man from getting run over by a truck. No one he knew, just some old man. He tried to be a hero for the first time in his young life, and he ended up in an accident himself that took away his sight forever, blinded him, yet at the same time gave him almost super senses, gave him the abilities that would one day turn him into a man without fear, Daredevil. Okay. All I have to do is put these drawings in the garbage and get back to my life. All I have to do is take these tortured cries for help by a small defenseless child who is fighting an endless battle that he doesn't understand and throw them right in the garbage. So eventually we find the guy just bundled in some of that webbing and hanging from a lamppost outside. Are these cops? Yes, police headquarters. So who cares? You got the collar? Damn straight. Detective Mantegna? I was told I could find Detective Mantegna here. I told everything I gotta say to AI already. Read the report. I'm not internal affairs. I'm from the Bugle. Who let you in here? I'm here about the leapfrog case. What leapfrog case? You were the detective who took the report. No, you were the detective who took the report? Yeah. The wife called. We came down. I don't know what. The guys skipped out on her. No evidence of foul play. Nobody, no nothing. This leapfrog was a loser twice honored. Rumor has he was pulling a job that very night. Good riddance. He hopped right out of town. So you did an investigation? Investigation into what? There wasn't anything to investigate. Like I said, the guy skipped out on her. Happens all the time. The schmuck's probably on the lam. Someone will pick him up. They always do. The wife said you were pretty hostile. Did she? Is that a skull? Mais qu'est-ce qui t'arrive, toi? T'as besoin d'attention? Pourquoi tu miaules comme ça? Et après tu viens et après tu pars. Tu sais pas ce que tu veux. Oh yeah, there is a skeleton. Okay. And there's a leaf. I thought it was real. I thought it was a real one. She quoted you as saying, there's one more piece of costume garbage that we don't have to worry about. Is that what you said? The guy dresses up like a frog and robs people. That is the textbook definition of a piece of costume garbage. Let Daredevil and Spider-Man and what's his face with the cape, let all those leotard-wearing Nancys deal with those pinheads. We have real criminals preying on real people to deal with. Did the wife mention Daredevil? Yeah, I think so. Who knows? The broad was hysterical. Well, her husband was missing and her child was in shock. What are you asking me about here? What do you want to know? I'm trying to find out what happened to Leapfrog. You know, we had 4 police officers struck down in the line this month. Why don't you investigate that? Give me the names. I will. Oh, you know, but you won't. Because though those men were dedicated, decent men, they aren't newsworthy. Why? Because they don't dress up like flaming cabbage or... Did you see the kid? What? The kid. When you went to Leapfrog's house, did you see his kid? Listen, I don't know what your angle is, and I don't know who let you in here. So unless you want to do my back, scram. So your statement is that you did a full investigation. Spray. Everybody's laughing. So no comment then. This comic book has some really nice colors combination. Oh, who is this? Matt Murder Attorney. May I help you? This is the receptionist. Is Matt Murdock in? Oh no. Is it raining? No. Do you have an appointment? No, but... Well, Mr. Murdock is in court. Would you like to make an appointment? Do you know when you expect him? Listen, pal. I'm just a temp, okay? I did tell you he's in court. He's in court. Tent one says he isn't even near a court. Is this Electra again? Matt is a lawyer, yes, and a damn fine one. The kind of lawyer that gives the bad ones a bad name. But when Matt fights, when he fights the good fight, well, he could be doing it on either side of the fence. And sure, he tells everyone he's in court, knee deep in a case, but really, it's probably just a cover story. Those leaves look like almost real. That's crazy. 91%. No more tea. Sad. No more? Yeah, no more. Pain. I never asked him, but I always wonder how he does it. How he draws the line in his head between the law and his what? His own brand of justice. I don't know what the other superheroes in the city do for a living, what their day job is. And I probably don't want to know. But I bet the farm it's nothing with the pure dichotomy of Matt's day job. Law, justice. When does he know? When do you know which side is the best side to be on, Matt? And how many times is he right? And what happens when he isn't? Yeah. They say you guys are pals with Timmy. Oh yeah, Timmy's a bit of a dork and all, but he's got some kick-ass comics. Oh yeah, he's got like everything. Yeah, he's got those cool parents that like buy him everything because they feel all like guilty, totally guilty. They think they have to consummate for being crappy parents. Oh, are they crappy parents? Beats me. Ask them. Did he ever tell you about his father? I don't know. Not really. Why? He never mentioned him? Just that he bought stuff for him all the time. Timmy's like, you know, a quiet guy. Yeah. All he ever talks about is movies and comics. Movies and comics? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You know, who you want to talk to is Mrs. Enrico. He's always staying after class and talking to her and stuff. Yeah. What's that about? Mrs. Enrico? Oh. So this is the end of the sample. But not the chapter. So again, if you want to see the rest of it, make sure to check out the comic book. It's available on Comixology, Amazon, but probably in like shops, comic shops. So make sure to do that. Support them. What should I? Maybe I'll just put the first page. So that people know what I'm reading. I won't be reading for too long, I think. Yeah, just finishing this chapter. So what happened? Wait, he was talking to the kids and then it's moving to something else. There's a black woman. I don't know who she is. I was going to go visit him. I just found out where he was this morning. Oh, she's the teacher. So this is Mrs. Andrejko. Yeah. She's saying, okay. So Ben says, the kids say you were pretty tight with him. She says, he's a good boy. This is something I've had some experience with. And Ben says, what? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, chaton? Tu t'ennuies? Je suis occupé. And the missus says, these parents running around all night dressed up, causing mayhem. You can imagine what does that to a kid knowing that his father is one of those. Ben says, maybe. And she says, Timmy is really creative and bright, always drawing and writing, very eager to please. But his situation with his father and all, I only hope he... By situation, you mean that he... Well, you know, about the bruises, right? I mean, that is what it's all about, isn't it? Discoveries. Okay, the next page. Ben is just leaving the school. And we see Timmy sleeping. And okay, Ben is going to visit him, and like he's trying to see his bruises with pen, like lifting his shirt. Then he says, oh my god, there are some bruises. And Timmy is still asleep. And Ben is crying. Ben is crying. Matt, Daredevil, law, justice. When do you know which side is the best side to be on? Just looking at the drawings on the floor from Daredevil. And what happens when you don't, Matt? I just need to know what happened. And this is it. This is the end of chapter 2. Where's my bookmark? There. What's really interesting is it's really beautiful, right? These designs. I mean, you can go wrong with Maliv. I like how it starts like very not cliche, but what you expect from a comic book to be looking like this. And then boom, we're out of it. Something completely different. Amazing. Anyway, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna stop here. I'll continue next time. I don't know when, but soon I hope. I'm very slow when it comes to reading. A minute, let's do this. This. Okay. Is it working? It's not. Is that working? That should work. Anyway, thank you so much for listening and reading with me, hopefully. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you like it and want to know more before I read it, make sure to buy it. Especially if you want to see the rest, because we're not going to see the rest.